It is our pleasure to be joined by one of the best wide receivers in the history of Oklahoma football. You also see him running around out there on Sundays. He used to wear 87. He'll be back in 3 this season for the New York Giants. Sterling Shepard is in the house. Shep, what is going on, man?
What's up, my man? That was a hell of an introduction.
I it was
What's
pre-prepared.
up?
I put some time into it, right? I put a little time into it. Okay, let's get right to that, right? Because the NFL changes the number rule, and wide receivers can wear single digits now. You are making the switch back to number 3 for next season. How special is it to you? Because I know how much that number means
Yeah,
to you. How special is it to be able to wear that on Sundays, man?
bro, it's super special. I mean, that number means so much to me. My dad used to wear that number, and that's kind of where he made his name at Oklahoma, wearing that number on his back. So I always wanted to follow in his footsteps, and I've been number 3. So my dad passed when I was 6. I had been number 3 from that point on, and playing in little league, playing in high school. I always been number 3. So it feels good to have it back on my back. I was just kind of reaching, like, when I was a rookie, it was like, dang, what do I do now? And my dad bounced around the league a little bit, but he stuck with 87 the longest, I think. So that was the reason why I went with it. But yeah, it feels good to be back in number 3. That feels home to me.
Was it a race? I mean, there's a lot of guys that like those single digits. Whenever they made
Yeah.
that rule, was it a race to call the equipment guy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right whenever they made the rule, I was on the phone. But he was like, man, you got seniority. You're the longest tenured Giant, which is super weird, being the longest tenured Giant in 6 years. And yeah, I mean, he was like, you got the reins to whatever number you want. And I told him 3, and Coach Judge let me go ahead and do it.
That dude, that's crazy. You're the longest tenured guy on the team.
Is that not nuts?
That's crazy.
You're getting old, man.
Bro, old. I feel old. No, no.
So let's talk about your Giant stuff. I do want to talk about some of the stuff from OU. Obviously, that's always fun to rehash with you, man. But okay, so what's going on now, right? It's normally a time where you guys would be in OTAs, you guys be doing things in the facility. So I know each team's situation seems to be a little different depending on what the guys on the team want to do. But what's kind of the situation with the Giants?
Yeah. So, you have different phases, and, COVID is still a thing. So guys are still worried about COVID. Some guys are worried about the injury aspect. So we just been talking as a team on kind of what we wanted to do, and we want to be united in our in what we do. But yeah, we kind of got everything's kind of split right now. It's kind of up in the air whether we're going to come back phase 3 or we're going to come back on Monday, tomorrow actually. So I think a couple of guys are going to go back, and then we'll see about phase 3.
What's it been like? A lot of players don't have the opportunity. Like you said, you're the most tenured guy there. You're kind of there during the changeover. A quarterback that played for a long time was like, known as the Giants quarterback forever. I mean, God, what was it, 15 years or something like that,
Yeah,
or maybe more?
yeah.
And then a new young guy comes in. So there's got to be a little uneasiness, maybe excitement whenever you've got a new young arm in there. Just what's it kind of been like through that process of changing over from storied veteran to the new young guy?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got prepared for that. I played with 4 different quarterbacks at Oklahoma, so I'm kind of used to that. But yeah, like you said, I mean, Eli had everything down pat. He was able to tell me my route, and then 3 other guys whatever they needed to run. And it's a little different. I mean, you have a young guy; he's trying to figure out his way, and then he's got a lot on his plate. But Daniel's a smart guy. He wants to be great. And I mean, he puts in the work every day. Like I take my hat off to him. He's the first one in the building, last one to leave. Always in the meeting room. Always trying to pick our brains on what we're thinking. So I really appreciate the way that he works, and he's made some strides for sure.
So I know they're completely different players, right? Eli just, guy that's won Super Bowls. He's a legend. Daniel Jones, a little more of an athletic dude, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the way they dress or what, man. But are they like the same person, or are they just completely different guys?
When you get to know them, they're completely different. But if you look at it from the outside, it's like, dang, these guys are similar. Like the way that they dress too. I always tell Daniel that I was like, bro, you live in New York City now. Like we got to take the khaki shorts off and this, you know what I mean? Like I'm always on his head about it. But yeah, man, if you're looking at it on the outside, but their personalities is totally different. I mean, Eli was a big prankster, bro. Like once he's pranking somebody every day, like sticking grass in your mouth. I don't want to give anything away in case one of the new guys see it. I'm gonna use it on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be crazy though. So, whenever you are going through to get a new quarterback, like it's a lot of reps and throwing with them and learning, just some of the small little nuances. What's it been like to not have normal off season, normal like OTAs and mini camp and just like the typical things, just being around your quarterback day in, day out like you typically are? Has that been tough to overcome?
Not really. I mean, we've taken it upon ourselves to go get together. So, I mean, we've taken 3 trips already, and we'll spend a week and a half with each other. We'll like rent a crib somewhere. And I mean, that's all we're doing is throwing. And then we go work out, do it all over again the next day. So
who
we've been
pays?
doing a
That's
good
got to
job.
be on the quarterback, right?
Oh,
QB's got to pay for that.
To get everybody together and get everybody out there.
Yeah.
I go half with them sometimes, and then Saquon will chip in, but he's been injured, so he hasn't been able to make every single one of them. But usually he helps us out as well.
That's cool.
That's interesting. I'm with you, Teddy. I feel like that's all on the quarterback situation.
Yeah, all on the quarterback.
Hey man, listen, that's part of the deal. If you're gonna get all the credit when we win, you're gonna foot the bill for the BRB or whatever it is whenever we're going to hang out and throw.
Dude, he's always yapping about it too. Man, I'm always the one. Nah, I don't want to hear it.
That's the second contract will come. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Oh yeah, he'll be good.
Okay, so you've played with some other really good receivers, man, in New York. Now, like you said, you're the one that's around now. Y'all signed Kenny Galladay. You've played with Odell. You've played with Golden Tate. Like you've played with some really good players. What's that been like playing with other elite talents in that room with you?
Yeah, I mean it helps me, bro, because I'm one guy that I never stop learning. Like Golden was really good with finding the zones and getting open, and I just kind of picked his brain with that. Then you have Odell, who's just like, he's a freak athlete, but just from the route standpoint, I was always picking his brain on the routes. And then Victor Cruz as well, like his yak was out of this world. So just different things from each and every guy. I'm constantly asking questions, and I'm not afraid to learn some new stuff, even going into year 6.
You pay much attention to the draft. I know took a wide receiver in the first round, but is that something you pay much attention to, or we'll see what the roster looks like when we finally show up?
Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, you got to put it on the field. You got to put it on the field every day at practice, and we'll all see it. So, I don't pay too much attention to it. I know that we took a receiver, and then what do we get in the second?
Outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. So, yeah.
The kid from Georgia, pretty good player.
Yeah, good player. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those young guys. I'll probably go into the building tomorrow just to meet a couple of them. But yeah, you
will get a chance to roast Rodarius Williams, a corner from Oklahoma State. So took him in the 6th round. That's what I'm waiting on.
Okay, now I got somebody to get a little bet with.
I don't think he's gonna want any part of that bet. The way things have been going, man.
I don't think so either.
But it is funny. I think you can roast Kadarius Toney too. So that's the Florida kid they took in the 1st round. I read some article like his cleats didn't fit or something in rookie minicamp, and they had pictures of him running around with no shoes on. I was like, this is professional football. What are we doing?
Hey, I'm gonna have to get in his ear about that one.
Yeah, it'd be great. No big deal. DB, step on your feet with cleats out there, run around barefoot. Jeez, yeah. I'm surprised they let that happen.
I know I got to talk to the equipment guys about that.
Oh, hey, those equipment guys are sensitive, man. If you
Oh,
blame
bro.
them, they're gonna be. It'll be a wrap if you blame that. They're gonna get all upset about it. So just leave those equipment guys alone, man. They work hard.
They wash your laundry, and they will
That's
leave it
true.
in the locker.
That's true. You don't mess with those guys.
Okay, so last week schedule comes out, right? And I know every player approaches it differently, but when it comes out, there's certain things you look at. So I was looking at y'all's schedule, kind of interesting. 3 out of the last 4 divisional games, kind of the NFL setting up possibly a fun scenario for the season to end on there. You've got 2 Monday night games. Now, one is at Kansas City and the other one's at Tampa Bay. So not, great opportunities. That's what we'll call this, great opportunities. But when that schedule comes out each and every year, what do you kind of look at as a player?
Man, I honestly don't even pay attention to it. Like, we got 17 games. That's the way I look at it. And I don't care who it is. I just want to be prepared. I want the team to be prepared every week. So there's not one specific thing that I really look at. I always look at the game opener. So we got the Broncos at home, which is pretty dope. Finally get back in front of some fans. So super excited about that part of it.
What's your routine like right now? Are you obviously, like, typically this time of year, a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of guys are starting to get around the facility quite a bit and, off-season workouts and stuff like that. But since that's been different the last couple of years, like, what's your daily routine like?
Yeah, I mean, so I've been out in Arizona with Odell and Saquon for the past like 2.5 months. And we've been out there training, and we'll be golfing the rest of the time. But yeah, man, we're out there. So we would get up at around 9 o'clock, get a workout in. And then around noon, we'd probably finish that workout, get treatment, and then come back in for a second session. We usually do like a pool session. And then, golf from there. But that's pretty much my routine. And then I just got back to New Jersey. So I've been going up into the facility, just going up there around 6. Nobody's in the gym, and get a workout with one of the guys up there.
So we're going to get to the golf game.
That's what I'm interested in.
No, we can't. I don't even want to talk about it, bro.
I saw Teddy's face light up when you mentioned golf. Teddy's big into golf, bro, and I'm getting into it as well. Like I'm starting to get the itch, man. But
I'm not any good, but I love playing.
It's just I just like the drinking aspect of it. It's great.
Dude, me too. Crack open a cold one, man. Hey, nothing like it.
And the courses out in Scottsdale, beautiful too.
Oh my gosh,
beautiful, bro.
Not many better places to play golf than Scottsdale, especially this time of year. It's perfect.
Sure.
But how is Saquon looking? Obviously, tough injury for him early last year. I assume that he's bounced back well off the knee since you've been training with him, and obviously key part of y'all's season coming up. He looking good? Yeah,
man, he's looking good. He's confident, and that's the way you want him to be. You want his head to be strong, and it has been thus far. So I'll let him talk on his behalf. But yeah, he looks good to me. I'm just
curious what your golf game looks like after getting out from under that.
Here we go
rack with Saquon. I
mean, the squat rack. Oh man,
because that dude's like a 600-700 pound squatter, right?
Dude, I'm telling you, I try to keep up with him, but it becomes a point where it's like, man, hey, we don't have any more weights left.
Trying to kill myself in here.
For real, the bar is bending and everything.
We are out of weights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
How's the golf game? What are we looking at? We looking under 100, between 100 and 120. And hey, some of those courses out in Scottsdale, it's not those. You're probably not playing some chump course.
Bro. So tough courses. Bro, I played Scottsdale National. Scottsdale National. We ended up not being able to finish it because we had some other stuff going on. But yeah, I'm usually around like 95. I get in the 100. I get in the hundreds from time to time. I'm not very consistent, bro.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna keep it real. Real.
That's 95. Hey, if you're living at 95, you're having a good time, man.
I'm just having a good time, bro. That's what I go out there for. I got 2 kids ripping and running, so it's good to get 4 hours, go out there and hit some balls.
That's a good deal. No, it's fun. That's a good place to play, and it's good to have something to do to kind of burn some of that extra energy. So,
Yeah.
how much have you kept up with the Sooners? Do you follow the team quite a bit? You've been watching these guys?
Man, to be honest, whenever everybody left that I knew, I stopped following as much. But yeah, I'll hear stuff every now and then. And if there's a big game, I'm obviously going to watch that.
So your senior year at OU was Lincoln's first year, right? When
Yeah,
he
he was
came in,
OC, yeah.
came in as the OC. He comes in, and I was looking at your college stats and your production. You had a really productive junior year, but then your production skyrockets your
Yeah.
senior year, right? All-American, Blitnikoff finals, all that stuff.
Mhm.
What was there? And now it probably had a lot to do with Baker being the quarterback. That probably didn't hurt things.
For
But
sure.
when he arrived, was there a moment where you're like, damn, okay, yeah, this dude is different when it comes to calling plays, designing things?
I can't pinpoint it to one specific thing, but man, I mean, you get his energy. I remember the first meeting when he first came in. He's like, I don't care what you've done up to this point. Everybody's going to come in here and compete for a job. And I was like, man, this dude means business. So I wanted to show him what I had every day. And at that point, I had been pretty established. I made some plays, but I just wanted to show him what I was about. And I mean, he's a genius when it comes to calling plays, bro. Genius. Never seen anything like it. I knew he was going to be a head coach at some point. I didn't know it was going to happen so fast. But yeah, at some point I knew he was.
You got like a favorite play or favorite game, favorite situation that you look back on at Oklahoma?
Favorite play? Probably say the one that stands out to me most is probably Tennessee. Scoring that when I jumped over that guy and went into the end zone. Yeah, that's probably the most memorable play that I had.
I love the funniest thing about that is it doesn't like the internet sucks for a million reasons, but every now and then there's something great. And I remember that it wasn't like 10 minutes after the game, I look on Twitter and they've got the picture of you like going into the end zone, but it looks like you're riding a unicorn. Have you seen that picture?
Yeah, I saw it right after the game.
It's so funny. That was
that.
such a cool game. That atmosphere was insane, man.
Dude, that's the loudest stadium I've ever played in. 100%.
That's what everyone that went to that game, and I was still playing then. So everyone that went to that game, like my wife was there. She said it was, I mean, just insane how loud it was.
Dude, I'm telling you, loudest game I've ever played in. And we played in some pretty
They also
cool
had
places.
a semi truck of speakers right behind the benches playing turn down for what on every single third down. You just feel it in your chest.
Crazy.
So I was thinking about that play, you know, that picture that every OU fan knows, you jumping over the guy from Tennessee. And I know you're quite the businessman. And this NFT thing has like exploded.
I know,
right?
I've been hearing a lot about it.
So I was like, why doesn't he sell that to some OU fan as an NFT? Dude, I'm telling you, some OU fan out there would pay good money for that. I don't know how much, but it's
I would.
more than zero.
Gabe, you might be on to something, dog.
I'm here to help you, man. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make the Shepard family. Yeah, like you said, 2 kids. You can never have too much money, man.
You ain't lying. Well, hey, we'll text about that. That's a good idea.
I'll do some research. I'll try to figure out how to do that stuff. I don't know anything about that shit, but I'll try.
Like, some people act like they know. Like, I can kind of like explain what it is to a certain degree.
I can explain the definition that I've read like 20 times now. But but it's like,
right.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the technology. I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about the Ethereum blockchain. Like, I got nothing, guys.
No shot.
You got any guys on the team? Like, cause I was lucky whenever I played that, always played with a bunch of Texas guys, and I could always take some good money off of them whenever the OU Texas game came around. You got any guys on the team that you guys do some jawing back and forth with the college stuff?
See, that's the problem. No, we didn't have anybody else in the Big 12 last season, so I wasn't able to bet anybody or, do anything like that, which was kind of a bummer. So I'm glad that we got old boy in the 7th round. Now I got somebody I can put a little wager on there with.
I like it.
That's sad to hear that there wasn't any other Big 12 guys, but that's
I
kind of how
know.
it's been going,
I
man.
know.
It's getting better. It's
Yeah.
getting better. Hey, Sarkisian will get things rolling at Texas, maybe. Hey, Lance Leipold, new guy at Kansas. Maybe
Yeah,
Kansas will get better.
maybe.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
But
doubt it.
okay, this is something I've always wondered. And now that, you've been part of the Giants organization for so long, but you hear a lot about how tough it can be playing in the New York market, right? Because of all the media coverage. In your experience, is it really that bad? Like, have you had any crazy stuff happen to like you or your family or anything? Or do you think that stuff's kind of blown out of proportion?
I think it's blown out of proportion a bit. I mean, that's all that was stressed to me whenever I first walked into that building was, the media can be pretty brutal here. And it's a tough place to play. I will say that. The fans are tough on you, the media is tough on you. But I mean, I haven't really had any like really bad experiences with them at all. So it may be blown out a little proportion to me, but to some others, maybe a little different.
All I remember about playing in New York was everyone behind the benches. Now, this is as a visitor, just sit there and drop F-bombs at the players for 3.5 straight hours, which,
Okay.
you kind of expect, but I'm like, it's like they paid a bunch of money to come cuss at the players. So I'm sure it's probably like that on the home side too sometimes, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. 100%. I know what you're talking about.
so what do you think? Because you've been there through some different coaching staffs quite a bit now. What do you think of the new regime?
Man, Coach Judge is he's a tough coach, man. He's a tough coach, but that's what we needed. I mean, I've never, for the previous two coaches, we didn't do any conditioning or anything like that. But I will say last year was my first year really having to condition. Kind of felt like Oklahoma all over again. But you know what? It was honestly good for us. We would get into the fourth quarter, and I mean, those guys would be wheezing, and we were like nothing happened. So I will say he's whipping us into shape, but it's all for good.
How going from all the continuity we had at OU, you had at OU, right? How weird was it? Like 3 head coaches already in your career. I mean, that just had to be weird. But going from the stability of the situation with Bob, and then having McAdoo, Shermer, and now Judge, like how weird was it having to reset each time?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of prepared, like with the playbook and everything, because we went from Heupel to Coach Riley, and I was able to pick that system up pretty fast. And then when we went from McAdoo to Shermer, it was kind of similar. The offenses were kind of similar. So that was the easy part about it. But yeah, I mean, that's just the nature of the business, man. Like you're gonna have rotating teammates every other week. It's just the way the business goes, man, and I kind of got used to it.
You got big personal goals for this upcoming season? Is there some benchmarks or certain things that you're wanting to accomplish this year?
Yeah, man. So we actually had to write down our goals last week, and my number one was play all 17. Man, I have had 2 seasons where I've missed. I think I've missed a total of 8 games in those 2 seasons. So I want to get back to playing all 17 and being able to help my teammates out.
Yeah, how difficult was last season? Like, because you guys were in the NFC East race for so long, and it kept dragging on, but you were banged up. So what was that tough on you personally last year, knowing that you could be out there contributing and helping the team, and y'all were still in the playoff picture, but body just wouldn't allow it?
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is, man. Like when you can't be out there with your brothers and you see them grinding every day, it's a bummer. So that's the way I was feeling. I was trying to do all I could just to, help them around with the team, just being a leader and stuff, but it's not the same if you're not out there. So I was excited to get back out there, and I was able to help at a pretty crucial time. So I think we had the Eagles on like a Sunday night is when I came back, Sunday night. And then we got things rolling after that. So it was pretty good, and we gave ourselves a fighting chance.
When you said play all 17, it just sounds so weird, but it
That's
made me
weird.
think to ask you, how thrilled are you about that extra football game you get to play in?
Man, it's a struggle. Bro, your body after 16 is already like, man, damn near checking out. And yeah, we got another game, but I mean, it's all the way you look at stuff. It's all about perspective. So got another game, another chance to boost the season, I guess.
You've got 17, and a lot of them are on a field that people kind of make it sound like it's cursed or something. Like, have you noticed anything weird about the field? Because people, dude, it's like some guys seem to be like scared to go play there now.
Yeah, I know, but they tested out the field. I think after everybody started getting on Twitter and was talking about it, and they tested it, and it was only like one specific cleat that like Bosa and all of them were wearing. It's a Jordan cleat, but it has like a different bottom to it. And that's the only cleat that they ruled like not acceptable because it grabbed too much on the turf. And I'm signed by Jordan, so I was like, yo, I don't have this bottom, do I? And I was good. But yeah, I think the field is fine to me. I haven't had any problems with it.
Yeah, that's wild. That 17 games is just, it's so I'm with you. It's so much. And I was curious to see, was there any conversation among, like, I don't know who the Giants NFLPA rep is, but was there much conversation at all with the players about that, or was that just kind of punched through?
No, it was kind of punched through. I mean, that was 2 years ago when we were negotiating a new CBA. And I guess, they had been going back and forth about it. But yeah, I missed that meeting. Actually, there was a conference call, but yeah, they came up with that. I don't know who accepted it or what.
Okay, this is my last Giants question.
Mm-hmm.
How often does someone bring up the boat picture to you?
Dude, you know what? So they said that we were playing Miami for the 17th game, and everybody just went berserk on Twitter. I mean, the picture was everywhere. It was like it just happened or something. I was like, oh man, here we go with this again. I'll never be let up for that.
Dude, I will say this, bro. At least you look good in it. At least you're looking good.
Bro, we were out there in Timberlands and jeans. Like, what do you mean? It was 85, 90 degrees.
What were y'all doing? I mean,
dude, it's a long story. long story.
Yeah, you were. I mean, it's hard to get a real feel what the weather's going to be whenever you're coming from up north. But how cool is it to watch? Some of the OU guys have big success in the league, man. Because there's some guys that are making some great money. They're making great plays. They're winning games. Baker takes Cleveland to the playoffs. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment right there. And you just got a bunch of teammates out there that group that you play with, they're doing really good things.
Yeah, I mean, I was super happy for Joe. I know that he got his check at the beginning of the last season. And then he ended up getting injured, right? But
yeah, he'd signed the big contract already.
Yeah, he had signed it. So I was super happy for him about that. And yeah, Baker, I mean, he was going into the season and people were talking about he wasn't going to be the starting quarterback by the middle of the season. He ended up showing him up. But that's the way he's built, man. He's built for the pressure. He's always had a chip on his shoulder. Like I knew that he was gonna turn it on.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, man. He's one of those guys. I was wondering when he went to the league, like if he would change at all. I was hoping he wouldn't because of how entertaining was. That dude has not changed one bit.
He won't. He's not going to change for anybody.
As long as he's, it's like the more he's winning, the more it comes out. And I feel like they're over the hump now. Like they got a really good staff. They got a good roster. They've drafted really well. Yeah. So there was some sketchy times there for a little while, but I bet we're about to see full force Baker this year.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get things rolling. They got a nice little squad.
Okay. Last one, we'll let you run. I'm about to be a dad. End of June. Baby Ikard coming. End of June.
What?
You are
boy?
Baby boy. Baby boy.
Man, you lucky dog, you.
I know you've got kids, and I know girls, but the little differences there. Give
Yeah.
me all the dad advice. I need it all. I need the premium Sterling Shepard dad advice.
If I could give you one piece of advice, I mean, you're gonna have to help out, bro. So them diapers, you're gonna have to go ahead and change those diapers, man. And then wifey's gonna be tired at the beginning, like right at the beginning. She's gonna be super tired. So, grab the baby, take a few hours, let her to go do her own thing. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it.
I'll give you one more piece of advice, Gabe. Do not, no matter who says it, do not put the crib in your bedroom. Right
Heck
out of the
no.
gate.
Don't do it. Oh, that's great.
Some people put the crib in their bedroom. You got to put it in the kid's bedroom.
Okay,
Facts.
hold on. Is there like right off the bat?
Right off the bat.
Yes,
don't
bro.
even because we got something. Someone bought us something called a snoo or something. So
That
not
sounds
your
That doesn't
saying.
even work, bro. That stuff doesn't work. They're always gonna want to be held. But yeah, he's right, bro. Put that thing in another room, in the baby's room, because they'll be in there for forever. My daughters sleep with me now.
I'm telling you, if the baby starts in your room, it's going to wake both of you up every time, and you're both going to end up hating each other.
Yeah.
Guys,
if you put the baby in their room, you can rotate turns getting up.
this feels like it's going to be a hard sell. You have put me in a very tough spot here.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, it's not going to be a hard sell because you can either start off doing it, or a weekend, it's what you're going to end up doing.
Yep.
Okay. I'll relay it. Look, hey guys, I'll start a group text. I'll let you know how it goes.
Right. Come on.
Sterling, hey man, fun catching up. Excited for you for this season. Hope the wife and kids are doing well, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys, man. Congratulations on that too, Big Gabe.
I simply just did what I was told. You know that.
All right, Teddy.
Good luck, man. Good luck this season.